Excuse me. Hey guys, let's talk about how to grow a bookkeeping business. Now, if you make this mistake, you're going to be struggling. Now, let's kind of even take a step back. So, the number one mistake I see most people doing is they focus 100% of their effort on like marketing, right? So, they think that in order to grow the business, they need to get more leads and they need to get more consultations, more potential clients, more people working, with them. And it generally comes from a place of if you don't know how to get the clients you already have or the leads that you're already going to pay you the most amount of money possible, it does require you to focus on marketing so much heavier. Versus for a lot of my students nowadays inside of the paid mentorship program we have, we're getting them to grow their revenue by taking on fewer clients and just charging more money. For example, like Mark charges one of his newest clients he got about a week and a half ago, $8,000 per month. A lot of people ask like, Bryce, what's the fastest way to go and get to, 10 grand a month or 12 grand a month? It's like, well, if you have two clients at 5 grand a month, you're at 10 grand a month right then and there, right? And the closer you can get to, 10 grand a month with one client, the easier it is to do it. Now, in order to do this, you do need to be able to go and really upgrade your sales skills. And, just even to kind of take a side tangent, if you want some help going and growing your business and reaching your goal in the shortest period possible, go ahead and click on the link inside the description to book a call with me. And then we can just see like, is this program the right for you? Like, can I actually help you? And is it the right choice for your family, your future, and your goals? If so, we could work together long term. And I'll see you inside of the call. Just go and click the link on the description above or below. We'll talk later. But anyways, just kind of going back to that. So the real thing that you need is you need to be good at sales. And when I say sales, it really comes down to number one, knowing how to ask better questions. So most people, especially if they're struggling with their sales, I can just look at it with a couple minutes and like I can kind of tell what's going on. Most of the time people just talk too much. Like if you talk too much at the wrong time and with the wrong information, you're gonna lose the sale more times than not. I'm not saying that to be like mean. I'm just saying the more you say, the less they pay. Because one, experts generally don't ramble and try to prove themselves. People who are higher value don't try and prove themselves. It's just they present the information and say, take it or leave it. They present as little information as possible because they're really good at getting straight to the point. I was talking to this one individual and like uh, on a consultation call, right? When she was thinking about joining the program, and like I would ask her a question, she would just tell this long story and take her like 5 minutes just to get to the point. And it's like, dude, that's why you're having trouble like selling. That's why you're not getting people to want to pay you $1,000 a month. In some cases, it might be the size companies that you're speaking to. But when we look at the size company, we look at like, how many transactions they have, we plug it into the calculator that I give all my students. It's like these people should have been paying you like 1,000 a month, but they're only paying you $300 a month. One, because you didn't know the price before we started talking, and two, like they just probably weren't willing to pay you any more money because they just didn't respect you, right? Instead, you need to start learning how to utilize more silence, more calming techniques, and just really like just saying less and being able to ask better questions. And when it comes to asking questions, like for me, for example, like anytime I speak to someone, and I give this to all my students, I even give this into my like free Facebook group. This is called the sales note taking sheet, where it basically just walks you through the 7 different beliefs that you have to take someone through in order for them to really understand like why you have to ask these questions in order to understand how to present your service to them in the way that's going to make the most sense. Like, how long have they been struggling with this thing? Why do they not think that they can fix it? Like, what have they tried to do to actually like get cleaner books or really move their company forward with their financials in perspective? What is it costing them not to get this thing solved? Like, are they really struggling? Are they going to lose their designation because they have an audit coming up and they don't know who to turn to? What does their leadership structure look like? Are you talking to a nonprofit where not only do they have to go talk to the board, but they have to go talk to their spouse, they have to go talk to their dog, they don't make decisions very quickly, and you have to really know all this stuff ahead of time? Or are they just kind of like a simple company where it's like, hey, I make all the decisions and I'm like, yeah, I'm either in or I'm out, right? You have to know that. Next thing is like, what are their goals? Like, what does it look like when you guys are working together? What do they actually want to accomplish with you guys working together? Next thing is like, are they financially qualified? Like, how much money do they have in the bank? Did they just get a new round of funding? Do they just get a giant loan? Right. That's going to also dictate whether or not you want to add a swagger fee to this. A swagger fee, that's just kind of slang we use inside the program where you're talking to the person, the pricing calculator says it's like $2,500 a month, but based on talking to them, based on how financially qualified they are, based on looking at their books, that they got a lot of money and they're very loose with their money. And you add on extra 1,000, extra 2,000, extra X amount of dollars per month, just because. Like no reason, no rhyme, no reason, just because you knew you can get that much more money. But in order to know that, you have to ask all these different questions, or else you're going to really, really struggle. And that's a lot of people, like, they just don't really understand that. They think it's a marketing problem, not getting in front of the right leads. The people in front of me are just starting up, or I finally had a 7-figure company. They're doing 100 grand a month, and they don't have any money in the bank account to pay me. I this one lady told me that on a consultation. She was like, man, they told me on the call they could only afford like $200 a month, but then when I got in there and I was looking at their cash account has over $1 million inside of it. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that they couldn't afford that. It's just they didn't value you and your service at more than $150 a month. They actually value less than the price of one of their Apple computers or Apple laptops, right? And that comes from having a bad sales process and really not knowing what to say on the calls to get people to really care about working with you. And once you get that kind of fix and once you get a handle on that, it becomes very easy. You don't need to do like 5, 10, 15, 20 consultation calls. Generally for me, like for the students that get to like 10 grand a month, 12 grand a month, like you don't need that many consultations. At maximum, you need about 35 to 40 different people that you're speaking to who have gotten on a consultation call with you in order to be at 10 grand a month. And that's assuming that, you need 20 clients maximum to get to that 10 grand a month kind of level. So if you start getting bigger clients and you start getting better, of course, the number of people you need to speak to starts going down, starts dwindling. But that's kind of the secret to doing this. And that's how you grow your business with a lot less effort, a lot less time put into it, and a lot less marketing. Now, if you want some help growing your business, okay, like some people that they want to kind of figure this thing out themselves. They want to, go through the pain of trying it. Personally, for me, I was like that when I first got started. Looking back now, I'm glad that I started investing in myself so I can figure this stuff out and like not struggle. I spent a lot of money on this. I spent about 35 grand in the first year that I started finding success in my accounting firm. But that's the difference between people who struggle, like hold on to all their money and all their cash, and they take a long time to make decisions. People that are really successful, they make quick decisions, they're very decisive, they don't really care if they like spend money because they know they're going to make more money, they're going to get more money back, and they see things as an investment rather than expense. So if you want some help, go ahead and click on the link in either the description or the comment section below. I would love to see you on the call, love to see if I can help you out, love to make sure we can give you a game plan and a blueprint for success regardless of whether we work together or not. So that's you. I'll see you on the call. If not, you're not ready yet, that's okay too. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.